Hello! I'm going to do a quick review of the TI-30 calculator. If you need to stop it and pause it and play with your calculator a little bit, go ahead. First, let me turn it off. If you want to turn your calculator on, there's an on button down here. And if you want to turn it off, then there's a little off right there. And so you got to go, anytime you want the green things that are above here, see all those greens? If you want those greens, you got to push the green button first. So I push that, and then off, because then it'll give me the off. But I want on, because I have to use it. Okay, let me go to mode. In mode, you're going to want to be on, that's a mode button. You're going to want the degree, the norm, the float, you want all those. And typically you want the math print. That's what's nice about this calculator. It changes all your fractions and decimals for you if you have it in math print. If you have it in classic, everything comes up in decimal. So we'll do it like that. So let me clear it out. All right, let's say that I have 6 times 5 is 30. But what if you wanted to add on a 8 also? You could just push plus, and it'll take your last answer, plus 8 and 38. So it's nice that if you just keep going, like if I want 38 minus 12, let us go minus 12. See, it uses the last answer that you had. That's kind of nice. We have our delete button. If I was doing 5 times 6, but really I put 7, I can delete and go back and put the 6 I wanted. So you have your delete button. Moving down my sheet. If you're doing the GED, there's an online calculator, but you'll be given one to use here. You don't really need it. There's also an online formula sheet. Make sure you look that up when you get into the math portion, because the formula sheet's pretty necessary. All right. This calculator uses order of operations for you. So if I had 5 plus 8 times 9 divided by 7 minus parenthesis 2 plus 8 parenthesis, it'll figure it all out for you. So that's kind of nice. And if you wanted that to change to a fraction, you could just push this little toggle button here. Bam, it's a fraction. Want to go back to a decimal? Boom. That's nice. So we got that back and forth. That's your back and forth fraction decimal. Okay, let's talk about the negative sign. If you had negative, there's your negative sign. That is not a negative sign, that's a minus sign. So if I had negative 3 times 5, there you go, negative 15. So make sure you use, sorry if I jiggle the picture sometimes, I'm rigging up my phone. So I go, that's your negative sign. You can't use that as a negative sign ever. That's a minus, so keep that straight. Okay, fraction. What if you had 6 times 2/3? Well, I use this fraction key. This is an important one. The n over d is your fraction. So I'm going to push that. And then I go 2, down, but down arrow, 3. And then I go sideways if I want. Enter. Is 4. So that's your fraction. If I wanted to go between fractions, and like if I had like, let me do a fraction for you, like just 2/3 is fine. I already showed you this, but I'll show you, it's important. So I get 2/3, and then that changes it back and forth. But what if you wanted a mixed number? Let's watch this. What if I had fraction 5 over 2? And I want that to be a mixed number. This right here would change it to a mixed number. So I'd go second function right there, and now it'll change it to a mixed number for me. Now if you want to go back, just push this button. If you want to put in a mixed number, then you put it in with this one. Second function right there, and then you put all the numbers in, like 3 sideways and 7/9. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? There we go. And if you want that to be a turn to a decimal, yes, push this. Okay, clear. So you can play with that button, this button, and change it to mixed numbers. It's right there. We also have exponents. If I have 3 to the 5th power, I push this. This is my exponent button right there. Enter. I'll do that again because I did that kind of fast. Like 3, and then here's your exponent to the 5th power. That's your exponent. If you just need to put something to the 2nd power, that's what that one is. So if I wanted 3 to the 2nd power, that'll put a square on it. But you don't have to do that because you could go 3 to the 2nd power, same thing. It's up to you. We also have square root button. Sometimes you have to do the square root of something. Right there, that one. So if I wanted the square root of 81, I'd go 2nd function, and I want that green one, so I push 2nd first. Square root. I wish 81. That's 9. That's how you do square roots. If you want like the 3rd root of something, you might run into that. A little trickier. To put the 3rd root in, you got to push the 3, and then what you're doing is you're putting the 3 in for that x right there. You want the 3rd root. So I'm going to push 2nd function right there. 3rd root of 81. Whoa, 3. Okay, I should have did 27. I'll try that one instead. 3rd root of 27 is 3. Because 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. That's about it. Except for unless you want to use pi, we do have a pi button right there. Like if I had to do 5 times pi, I could go 5 pi like that, and it's going to leave it like that. But if you want the 3.14, then you push that to change it to 3.14 times 5. You want to go back to 5 pi. So there's your toggle button coming in handy again to either have the pi or 5 times 3.14. Well, that's the basics. These other sine, tangent, cosine, all those other things are things you probably won't run into right now. So let's just worry about how to work the calculator basically, and good luck, and don't be nervous, and let the calculator be your friend. Good luck.